Well, I don't know why I'm saying, hey, everybody, nobody is in here, um, because I didn't announce that I was going to be doing a live stream tonight. So this is actually, give me one second, just trying to bring up my screen here so I can see what's going on. This is actually the first time I've ever just decided to do a live stream without kind of announcing it to everyone. So I don't know if people are going to show up or not. I got one person in there, Jeff Steiner, who always comes to say hi to me. Hello, Jeff. How you doing? Um, yeah, again. So, hey, Gen X, how you doing? Hello. Oh, we've got some people trickling in now. So, really like the movie videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoy your videos. Thank you so much. So again, like I was saying, this is the first time I've ever just decided to do a live stream without kind of announcing it. So not really sure how it's going to go. But the reason why I'm going to not be paying attention to the live chat for a minute while I talk, and then I'll get back to the live chat in a few minutes. But basically, the reason why I decided to do a little surprise live stream is I did one last weekend, and it got deleted somehow, and so not a lot of people got to see it. So I decided to just do another quick one to kind of talk about the same things I was talking about and just go over a few things. So basically, the main reason why I did a live stream last weekend was to announce my merchandise. A lot of people have been asking me if and when I'm going to do merchandise, t-shirts and stuff like that. So I finally launched a website with merchandise. It launched last weekend, and I did a live stream to let everybody know about it. But again, like I said, the live stream got deleted, so not a lot of people got to see it and find out about it. So I'm not going to go too crazy into the details tonight about the merch because I already did that in the other live stream. And probably in a week or two, I'm going to be making a video that's going to really detail all of the merchandise. But basically, I made some t-shirts. There's 4 designs. And then with all the designs, there's t-shirts, hoodies, ladies shirts, kids shirts. There's a few different things. Each variant of the design has 3 different colors. All the sizes that you would want are there. So yeah, there's some good stuff there. To find the merch, it's on storefrontier.com/80slife, or you can just go to storefrontier and search 80s life. But the best way to go right to my site is storefrontier.com/80slife, and I'll be putting that link from now on in all the videos. I'll try and remember to put it in this live stream when I'm done. And like I said, probably in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be making a video just really going over all the merch, showing the different stuff, and yeah, kind of reminding everybody about it. So with that, hold on, let me stop really quick because I see I got a super chat, and I'm going to try and go back and read all of your comments, but I want to really quick say thank you so much for the super chat. Eli Tesler, love the content, keep it up. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, and thank you for the super chat. Another thing I want to bring up really quick before I start reading the chat is also last week in that live stream that got deleted was people were asking me some really cool questions, and I'm bummed that it got deleted and I forgot what most of the questions were. One question that I do remember, so I kind of wanted to go back to it, was somebody asked me out of all of the filming locations that I've gone to that have been torn down, which one was I most sad about? And I thought that was a really great question, and it kind of caught me off guard, and I wasn't really able to answer very well because there's so many that have been torn down and they all make me sad. So it was so hard to choose one. But it's such a great question. So at the time, I I said that it was probably the Sherman Oaks Galleria. And I've had, a week to kind of think about it. And probably I'll still say the Sherman Oaks Galleria. And there's a few reasons why. I mean, not only was it heavily used in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all times. It was also used in my favorite action movie, Commando. It was also used or featured in one of my favorite 80s movies, Valley Girl, and it's been in a bunch of other movies as well. But I also used to hang out at that mall. The movie theater that Mark Ratner works at in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I saw Wayne's World Part 2 at that movie theater. Right next to Perry's Pizza in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, there's a little food place called Mexican Dan's. I remember eating a burrito there back in the day. I went trick-or-treating at that mall. So, a lot of memories at that mall. So that's one that I will always be forever bummed that it was torn down. Also, the Del Amo Mall, the food court that was used in Valley Girl a few years back, they demolished that food court and rebuilt it. That one really bums me out. The Mighty Mart from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that one really bummed me out. I think that one bummed me out because it sat abandoned for so many years and then it was just gone. And then also the building that had the Jesus mural on the side in Boyle Heights, East LA area that was used in Colors and Blood In, Blood Out. And, oh gosh, what else was it used in? I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden. I can't think. But that mural, that one also really bums me out because it was used in a lot of movies. And also, when I was a kid, my dad took me to that mural. He didn't tell me. He saw, I was watching Colors and he saw that. And since he worked in that area, he knew where it was. And one weekend I went to work with him and he didn't say anything. He just, took me to that mural and pointed at it and said, "Hey, look, that's where Pac-Man sprays the green paint all over the guy's face." And I got so excited. Like, it was so cool to see that in real life. And I've never really thought about it, but maybe that's where my love for filming locations started. So yeah, it's really a bummer to see that one gone too. So anyways, some really cool questions were asked. That was one of my favorites. I just wanted to go back really quick and go over it. Again, the merch, storefrontier.com/80slife. I'm going to make a video about the merch in a couple of weeks. Now, let me go back and try and read some of your guys' comments and questions here. AJ Mason, how you doing? Hello, hello. Love your videos, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I watched Day of the Dead on Peacock, and man, that movie rocks. That's a great one. Pistols 9, greetings from Melbourne. How you doing? Thank you for being here. And that reminds me really quick before I forget, I've got one more, hopefully as long as nothing goes wrong, I've got one more filming location video for October. I've been working on it all week. I'm actually getting up early tomorrow to finish the filming and then editing it all day. And as long as nothing goes wrong, it'll be posted tomorrow night. So one last October filming location video. So keep your eyes peeled. Captain Napton, yay, you're live. Thank you for being here. Remember that 1985 TV movie, The Final Jeopardy? I don't remember that, but I was 6 in 1985, so I might not have been paying attention to all the made-for-TV movies yet. Can you make one on Over the Top? Yeah, I'll look into it. That's a good movie. Not really sure where it was filmed. I'll look into it. I love podcasts, says, I love your channel and the 818. Thank you so much. Is the Lancashire swap meet still around? Are you referring to the big mall on the corner of Lancashire and Victory? Like the mall outdoor, what's it called? Can't think of what it's called all of a sudden. Tommy Sands asked, did anyone order their shirt yet? I know a few shirts have been ordered. I don't know if anybody that's in the anyone that's in the chat right now has ordered a shirt, but I know a few shirts have been ordered. I did ask a couple of people that reached out to me to let me know they ordered shirts to please get back to me and let me know how the quality is. That's another thing I want to say really quick. I said this last week, but I want to say it again. Unlike the other company that I was originally going to use, with that company, I ordered a sample shirt to check the quality. But unfortunately, for a few reasons, I ended up not using that company. This is a different company, and I have not ordered a sample shirt from them. However, this company works with quite a few larger bands, and I do know someone that uses this company, and they told me that the quality of their shirts is even better than that other company. So I'm trusting that the shirts are going to be great quality. But please, by all means, if any of you order a shirt and you don't like the quality, something's wrong, let me know, let them know. I want to make sure that you guys are getting good quality stuff. So please let me know. Mr. Zook's Twilight Zone, hello, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I missed the Malibu Castle in the South Bay. It didn't have a slick track racing, but it had mini golf, batting cages, water slides, and a big arcade. I never went to, I never went to the one in the South Bay. I don't know anything about it because I didn't discover the South Bay until later in life. I think I've talked about this before. The first time I came to the South Bay, I thought I was in, another state. It seemed so far away from the valley at that time. And it's funny now, I travel from the valley to that area and every, 10 times a week. Hello from Vancouver. Hello, thank you for being here. Clayton William from Australia. Love your channel, mate. Fascinating to see the filming locations. Absolutely love the 80s flicks. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I will definitely keep it up. I got a lot more videos coming your way, so hopefully you will enjoy everything else that I have coming. Thank you for all you do. Jealous you grew up in SoCal during such an epic time. Yeah, I really, really, really lucked out. I know that I probably just sound like an old man saying, I'm so grateful that I grew up in the best time, but yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to grow up in any other decade. Return of the Living Dead is the first zombie movie where the zombies hunger for brains. Do they not talk about brains in the original Night of the Living Dead? I swear they do. Maybe I'm wrong. I get, why? Because I guess the zombies don't speak in the original Night of the Living Dead. So oh, sorry, give me a second. The chat's skipping around on me. Do you still live in the valley? I don't live in the valley. I moved out of the valley when I was around 25. So I haven't lived in the valley in quite some time, but I go there to visit constantly, especially now that I do those valley videos. Eli says, hey everyone, hit the like button. It's free and costs nothing. Help the guy out if you support the channel. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And that's what I always say about people who watch my videos, about subscribing. It's free, it costs you nothing, but it really helps me out. I know a lot of people watch videos. I, for one, am guilty of it. You watch a video and you really like it, but you don't think to subscribe to the channel. And if everybody who watched my videos subscribed, that would be really great. But I know that that's just not going to happen. I hope you go back and do updates for all the sites that were closed because of COVID. Some of them, if it's something that I definitely feel is necessary to go back and cover, I will. And there's already a few things that I'm going to be doing update videos on. So that's definitely a possibility. It just depends. Some things, like, they might have been closed and I couldn't get in, but it didn't really make a huge difference to the video, so I may just not bother, but yeah, we'll see. It'll depend. Remember the movie Howard the Duck? Of course. I love Howard the Duck. I can't convince my wife that that's a good movie. And I understand it's a pretty strange one. Hi from Australia. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. I feel like I get a lot of people that show up to my live streams from Australia. That's awesome. I'm going to have to visit one day. Hello, I love your videos. Your birthday party celebration video was so awesome. Thank you for all your work, and I'll look into buying one of your shirts. Thank you so much, and you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you for watching the birthday party video. That was a lot of fun. Marilyn Monroe is in a crypt in Westwood. Her funeral was held in the chapel there. She is next to Hugh Hefner. So I'm not sure if you saw, I just did a video on that. I don't know if you're just referring to that video, but I just did a video on that cemetery and showed Marilyn Monroe next to Hugh Hefner. I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, just right down the street from where they filmed The Outsiders. Used to hang out in the park with friends where they filmed some scenes. That's awesome. That's a spot that I want to make it to one day. I know that they turned the house into like a museum now, and you can go and see the house and take pictures and everything. So something I'd like to do one day. Been through Oklahoma a couple of times, but haven't gotten to do a lot of sightseeing. Oh, that's a good question. 80s life. What's your favorite 80s television theme song? This is off the top of my head. There's so many good ones. They just do not make TV theme songs the way they used to. I think it's got to be Different Strokes. I've always loved the Different Strokes theme song, written by Alan Thicke, if you didn't know. It's such a great one. That's a great one. The Hogan family, Valerie's family theme song is great. One that my wife and I always sing is the Growing Pains theme song. There's so many good ones, but I think it's got to be the Different Strokes theme song. What about you? What's your favorite? And that question applies to all of you. I really like the Once Bitten vlog. Awesome. Yeah, that one has gotten a lot more support than I thought. I've seen so many people talk bad about that movie online, which, again, I don't understand. It's a good movie. So I wasn't sure how the video was going to do, but all the support it's been a lot of positive feedback so far. So that's nice. I love your channel and your content. You go into great detail. Ah, my gosh. Need some water. I love your channel and your content. You go into great detail on your location videos. Appreciate the small details that are important to me. Thank you so much. I try. Sometimes I miss stuff and then that makes me mad. But yeah, I try and add little details there just to make it interesting. So I'm glad that you enjoy that and appreciate it. How do you find these locations? Do you know people in the field? I do know some people in the field. I've never gone to any of them for locations, though. I get asked that question a lot, and it really depends on the location. Honestly, some of these locations are just right there on Google. If you just type in, whatever the movie and filming locations, a lot of them come up. Sometimes, though, that's only for the bigger movies, and also you'll usually just find like the main locations. And since I try and cover as many locations for every movie that I do, that's where things get a little trickier. So it's usually a mix. It's a mix of searching the internet, just looking to see if the locations are online, searching different chats and message boards, and just kind of looking around. It's also partially living in Los Angeles my entire life, and sometimes when I go back and watch the movie and I really study it, I all of a sudden I see something and I go, hey, I know where that is. It'll all of a sudden click. And then it's also a lot of going back, studying the movie. And this is where my wife's help really, really, really comes into play. When I can't figure out a location, I call on her, and she's got a really great eye for detail. We will sit there and study a scene, sometimes for hours, and then my wife will get on Google. She'll use Google Maps, Google Earth, and just try and figure out where it is. Sometimes we spend like hours on one location. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes we just we find where it is right away. But sometimes there is a lot that goes into it. And that's why when you all leave comments telling me how much you appreciate me finding those locations, it makes it all worth it. It really, really means a lot to me and to my wife too. So thank you. I mean, I would do this no matter what, but the fact that so many of you appreciate it as much as you do makes it that much better. Your top 5 80s punk bands. Okay. Some of these probably, I don't know if you'll count them as 80s because they might have started in the 70s, but they're still 80s punk bands to me. Number 1 punk band, the Ramones. Hands down, the Ramones are the best. So this is just off the top of my head. Ramones, Fear, the Circle Jerks, Dead Kennedys, and the Dead Milkmen. And I know I'm going to go back and watch this later, and I'm going to really regret that I didn't mention another band. Minor Threat would be really close. Yeah, those are the first 5 that come to mind, and that's probably pretty close to correct. In the 70s and 80s in Torrance, they had the Old Town Mall. It was like a theme park with 2 great dark rides. I grew up in Manhattan Beach, 70s and 90s, Miracosta alumni, 89. That sounds great. So it was a mall that had a theme park with 2 dark rides. That sounds really awesome. I don't know why they get rid of stuff like that. Where was that located in Torrance? I'm curious what's there now. Hold on, the chat skipped around on me again. I know lots of movies are filmed in Texas, just can't ever find the locations. There are a lot of cool movies filmed in Texas, and hopefully one day I'm going to make it back to Texas to do some of those locations again. Been through Texas a few times, but never had the time to do any location scouting. One movie right off the top of my head that I know is filmed in Texas that I really hope to do one day is The Legend of Billie Jean. Rayon Knight says, I just subscribed. I watched plenty of videos. They're great. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate that. I saw the Westwood video, but I didn't see the Maryland segment. Yeah, I show it. I show her grave and Hugh Hefner's grave, and the little memorial bench for Marilyn Monroe. Facts of Life. That is a great theme song as well. Knight Rider, of course, classic. Enjoy your videos and your content. I'm a former skater as well from the 80s. I grew up in the South Bay and Long Beach. Awesome. Thank you so much. And isn't it great that we got to be skaters in one of the best decades to be a skater? The 80s, before it was cool to be a skater. Back when skaters were hated by everybody. Everyone who wasn't a skater. I know Gloria Loring. She was married to Alan Thicke. Oh, how cool. Alan Thicke did so much awesome stuff. Greatest American Hero. Such a great theme song. That's a really great one. MacGyver theme song. I never got too into MacGyver, and I feel like I probably missed out. I should go back and revisit MacGyver. The A-Team is my favorite TV theme. Another amazing theme song. Jeff Steiner says, I think Alf might be one of my favorite theme songs, even though it doesn't have any words. Another great one. Alf is so good. Such a good tune. Such a great show, too. I had actually forgotten how amazing Alf was until revisiting it later in life. And yeah, really great show. The Fall Guy and Airwolf, those are great. A-Team, Airwolf, Knight Rider. I remember going to Universal Studios when the running theme was A-Team. I saw Airwolf there as well. Yeah, I really miss A-Team being part of Universal Studios. I only went to Universal Studios once as a kid, and I was lucky enough to see the A-Team stunt show before they replaced it with the Miami Vice stunt show, and then now the Waterworld stunt show, which has been that forever. And I mean, you know, I guess it's a pretty cool show, but I don't know, something new. But yeah, that was great. That was when they had the van that you could lift, and yeah, that was such a great time. Favorite theme song is Family Ties. A lot of people saying Family Ties. Different Strokes was a great theme song. I used to like Family Ties and The Facts of Life. That's a good one too. You know, strangely, I prefer the later Facts of Life when they have the store that's just like super 80s. I think that's why, because I really like that store. Fall Guy was good. That's a good one. Oh, so I didn't know that. So Alan Thicke's wife, she was the one who sang The Facts of Life and the Different Strokes theme song. Right, and I know that their son is Robin Thicke. Are you going to do Explorers 1985? Not anything that's on my radar in the very near future, but I wouldn't be surprised because it's a great movie. Punky Brewster is another great one. That's one. All these songs get stuck in your head and they're just there forever because they're such good songs. Again, I can't tell you what I had for dinner last night, but I could sing any of these songs word for word. You're really good at finding pictures of defunct businesses. I have tried, but never find much. Sometimes that is really frustrating. I actually have a lot of trouble finding the pictures I want. Actually, just today I was working on a Valley video, and the business that I was working on is a business that was there for 50 years. It was a big business, and I can't find a picture of it anywhere. It doesn't make any sense. At some point, somebody had to take a picture of it. Fall Guy, Dukes of Hazzard, Chips. Chips is probably one of my favorite instrumental theme songs. But some might argue that it's 70s. But of course, we all watched Chips in the 80s. Leonardo from Brazil. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. You should do an episode on Myra Costa, Black Flag, Circle Jerks, Descendants. Oh, see, the fact that I didn't mention the Descendants in my top 5. But who would I replace? But the Descendants has to be in my top 5. I don't know who I would replace. It's gonna have to be 5.5. Descendants, Pennywise, all went to high school there. Hermosa punk scene. Descendants, definitely one of the greatest punk bands ever. Married with Children. Yeah, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that is a great one. I guess we would consider that 90s, but that's one that everybody knows the words to. This was actually something that maybe like a year or so ago, I tried to get started with my friends. We originally tried making a list of just the 100 greatest songs of all times, and that was impossible. So then like maybe a year or two ago, I tried to get them to get together with me and make a list of the greatest theme songs of all times, not just 80s, but just the greatest TV theme songs. And it was a disaster. Everyone was arguing and it just fell apart. No one would agree. Thanks for all your videos. I grew up in the 80s and your videos are nostalgic to me. I lived in Reseda for a couple of years. I'd say the theme to Dukes of Hazzard. My mom bought it on 45 vinyl. That's cool. Yeah, I grew up in Reseda. You probably already know that if you've watched some of my videos. And you are welcome. It's my pleasure making these videos. Thank you so much for watching them. The Adolescents, great band. What's your favorite scary movie of all time? Another good question that I'm not sure if I can answer. I really love Dream Warriors. That's my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, the original black and white and the 80s one are both great. Sometimes I have trouble considering it a horror movie, but Lost Boys is one of my favorite movies, so that would definitely be on there. It's just hard for me to think of it as a horror movie. Have you thought about doing a vlog for the 80s movie Hard Bodies? That would be great. Now that's one that I guarantee you I won't be able to find any of the locations online. I'm going to have to just do some investigating, some searching. I was just watching MASH last night. That's a great theme song. But then when it has the lyrics, it's a bummer. Did you ever get to see the Ramones? I got to go to the last show. It was awesome. So, last show I was, I don't know, 13 maybe. And I remember I was saving up money. The show sold out, and I was trying to get tickets out of the recycler because at the time there was no internet, no Craigslist. So I remember I was searching through the recycler, calling. It's kind of hard to go and get tickets when you're 13 and you don't have a car. I believe it was a weekday, so I didn't even, my dad wasn't even around to take me to get tickets or anything. And I remember saying to myself, you know what? They've said a few times that they're going to break up. They're going to play again, whatever. That's fine. I'll go to the next one. And yeah, I didn't go. And of course, they never played again. Huge regret. I did get to see Dee Dee Ramone play a couple of times. I've seen Marky Ramone do a few different things. Played with CJ Ramone, played with can't think of his name all of a sudden. The other drummer, why can't I think of his name? But anyways, Dee Dee was great. The first time I saw Dee Dee, I didn't know what he was going to do. I figured he was going to do like a bunch of weird Dee Dee solo stuff. And he came out and opened with Rockaway Beach. And then it was just all Ramones hits the whole time. Such an amazing show. Didn't make up for not seeing the Ramones, but it was still great. On Hawthorne Boulevard. Are we going back to, are we talking about that mall that had the amusement park? Where on Hawthorne? Hawthorne and what? I'm just curious what's in the spot now. Can't forget Misfits, of course, especially not during the month of October. DJ Joe says, I finally caught your live stream. Just want to say I enjoy your channel and content watching from the Philippines. DJ Joe, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching my videos. I really, really appreciate that. I like your SFV videos. Thank you so much. Got a new one on the way. I was actually in the Valley today filming some content for it. Can you say I'm not a vampire exactly how Jim Carrey says it in Once Bitten? I love that scene. Are you talking about when he says, I'm not wearing a costume? Hey Kurt, what up? Natasha, I believe you are one of my new Patreon supporters, if I am not mistaken. And if I am not mistaken, keep an eye out in my next Valley video. Hawthorne Boulevard, about 2 miles north of Del Amo Mall. Oh, hold on, I hate to do this. Excuse me 1 second, guys. I never run away like this, but 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry about that. That was horrible of me. I'm going to wrap this up in a couple of minutes, guys. What is everyone doing for Halloween? Does anybody have any awesome Halloween costumes planned? You should do an episode on 80s cartoons. You're right. I should. And I probably will at some point. Natasha says, I absolutely love your channel. Thank you so much, and thank you for your support. Smokey and the Bandit and National Lampoon's Vacation, two great movies. Vacation is my favorite movie of all time. It's now the Torrance Promenade, Old Town. Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm just kind of reading through everyone's kind of debating on theme songs here. So, favorite cartoon theme, another good question. Uh, Alvin and the Chipmunks is a great one. And I don't know if people are going to agree with me on this, but I really love Muppet Babies, and that's a good theme song too. A lot of great 80s cartoons and 80s cartoon theme songs, though. Do you remember Pioneer Chicken? Of course. Silver Spoons, that's another really great theme song. Perfect Strangers, that was a good one. Doogie Howser. Did you ever do the Return of the Living Dead filming locations? I don't know how to answer this. Keep checking my channel. I'll just say that. G.I. Joe is a great one. That's true. A few people have done Return of the Living Dead locations already, but I never let that stop me because I always like to put my twist on it. And, you know, if it's a movie that I really like, I'm going to want to go see the locations. Art, is that true? You became a cop because of Chips? That's funny. I grew up watching Chips and love it, so I don't know if you ever told me that. Emergency, that was a great show. I'm older than you. I was a Linda Carter Wonder Woman fan in the 70s. Used to watch Wonder Woman in the 80s. Good morning from Scotland. I love your videos. Hello, thank you for being here and good morning to you. Night Court, such a great instrumental, one of my favorite shows. My wife and I are actually rewatching the entire series right now of Night Court. I love your work, the 80s rock. Thank you so much. Your then and now stories are amazing. Thank you. Misfits, Dead Kennedys, Exploited, Fire Hose, Black Flag. Do you still live in the Valley? I grew up in Reseda as well. Missed the 90s. No, I moved out of the Valley when I was 25, but I go back there all the time. All right, I feel like there's so much that I missed here, but I have to wrap this up. Can you do wildlife filming locations? I will do wildlife eventually. I love that movie. But when I do it, it'll be casual. I was going to say you should do Chips filming locations. Planning on doing some Chips locations. Back to the filming location says Encino Man filming locations. Keep an eye out. Midnight Madness, that would be a great one. Have you shopped at the King Market from Cobra? Yeah, when it was a 99-cent store. It's casual. Thank you for getting my little joke there. Thank you for your uploads. Sorry, I should be wearing my glasses. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'm going to end it here. We'll do this again soon, in a couple of weeks, maybe sooner. Really quick, again, storefrontier.com/80slife. That's where you can find my merch. It's available now. If you guys want some stickers, send me an email at, I forgot my email all of a sudden, 80slifeforever with the number 4, 80slifeforever@gmail.com. Send me an email. If you buy some merch, send me a screenshot of the receipt, and I'll mail you some stickers for free. If you want me to just mail you some stickers, I'll have you PayPal me a few bucks and I'll send you some stickers. storefrontier.com/80slife. I'm going to be making a video about the merch in a couple of weeks. Everyone, I hope you have an amazing Halloween weekend. Be safe. I hope you guys have some cool costumes. I would like to hear about your costumes. I would like to see pictures of your costumes, especially if they're 80s related. So can't wait for the Stoned Age. Yeah, me too. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful and amazing Halloween weekend. And thank you all.